I'm going to show you how this weird drill with no backswing will get you hitting the ball longer than your normal swing when you're doing the drill, and how it will relate into some really good accuracy and distance gains, of course, when you've got this movement into your golf swing. Now, this drill was given to me by the world's best long drive coach, Lee Cox, who's been my coach for a number of years now. And I was absolutely shocked when we had this lesson back in January last year on the gains it made into my golf swing. And it made last season, 2022, the best season for scoring on the golf course I have ever had. And it was all due to this drill. So when I went for this lesson in January of 2022, I was hitting the ball a little bit left, tiny bit right at times, but I was really wanting more distance. I was on a quest for distance. I wasn't feeling like I was getting enough distance out of my golf swing, which is so many golfers out there, not getting enough distance of what you're capable of doing. So what we identified, Lee was saying I had way too much right side bend in the downswing. I was doing too much too early, which is what so many of you golfers are trying to do. You're trying to drop that right shoulder down in transition. So I was having way too much. And then from there, I wasn't getting my weight enough into my left side early enough. It would take me a long time to get this left heel back down onto the ground and get that pressure into that left side. Really until about shaft parallel was when I was there. So what that would do, one, that excessive side bend got me to where path control was really tough. My path would go really on the inside early in the downswing, and then for me to self-correct, I would have to stall out my rotation, which the excessive side bend does, and I would chuck my hands out, which one would get the club diverging outside, so then I would present a more neutral path, but I would lose control of club face because of course I was not turning through it. But at that same time, not getting enough weight into my left side early enough meant I couldn't turn through the golf ball either. One, because of side bend, but two, I wouldn't have even had the chance. But also from there, when that left side isn't down, it gets down really late, I haven't got enough time to now push back out and explode through the ground. So my distance was really lacking on that vertical force department. So pretty much too much side bend, not enough rotation, not enough vertical force for getting the foot into the ground fast enough. So, okay, what we did, we got ourselves into left arm parallel in the backswing. And then what we would do from there, we would do this little kind of shuffle. So a kind of dancing move. And then we would swing through from there. So left arm parallel in the backswing, shuffle like this, and then turn through the shot. So it looks really, really weird, doesn't it? And of course, when he showed me that, the look I gave him was quite funny. So really, what this does is really quite genius, to be honest, is it gets you to where, of course, we're isolating the certain part of the downswing we want, that early downswing and all the way through the shot. So really that entirety of the downswing, but more emphasizing that first part and then the last part. So, like I said, I really struggled with that excessive side bend. Now, us being here at left arm parallel, it made us pretty much start just before we're completing that backswing. So if there is a backswing, it's a tiny, tiny little bit of one. So from there, for me to still hit this ball a decent distance, I had to stay very much on top of my lower body, my upper body, really eliminating a lot of excessive side bend. Ow, that's the part that really helped that area. But what about this little shuffle? This little shuffle is really where this drill is unbelievably good, because this little shuffle kept some energy in my system. So it kept my body moving in this dynamic nature. So what that did, that primed my body to still have some juice in it so it can still generate some speed. Where if I started from this static position and then move through, I wouldn't even be able to sniff the same speed that I'd be able to create. So one, it helped with that. And two, you can see, because I'm shuffling, I'm lifting my feet up as I'm going back and forth here. So it's priming me to get, again, into that left side. So I can straight away start by getting that weight on the left side and exploding through. So it gets some energy in the system, and it also helps that weight transfer. And then from there, we just hammer the chest through the golf ball. One of the things he would say, which you could probably hear from this little clip, hammer hard through the golf ball.
And hammer hard out the way.
And that was our feeling of getting that chest really through here. So get it here, hammer hard through the ball, boom. And you can see from those distances, that's really good for me. So for context, my normal eight iron is around 155 yards. That's normal eight iron for me. Gained a little bit of distance from a couple months ago, absolutely. But still very normal eight iron distance for most people. But then let me hit one here. So drill was getting those decent numbers. Let's do a normal swing. See where I get to. So normal swing, like I'm out on the golf course. We can see it's gone almost the exact same distance as a drill where I'm missing a complete portion of the golf swing. So it's amazing, isn't it? But that's because it's making me so efficient going through the golf ball and moving in the right time. Just getting that weight left, it's stopping me from having this excessive side bend and that good turn through the golf ball, through that impact area. It's making it very, very, very efficient, which is why I want so many of you golfers to do this. This is what we're going to talk about in a minute, of why it's going to help you so much. But me just then repping that out over the course of months and months, got this into my swing. When I wasn't doing the drill, I would just feel that exact same movement and get me into that left side, not excessively side bending, boom, and it was a gradual progression from there. So let's talk about why it's going to help you so much, and a little addition that I added into this after with my practice. So why this is going to help you out there is because it's going to really target the area that amateur golfers struggle with so much, and that is the start of the downswing and through the golf ball, being efficient in this area. So even for myself, professional, it's helped so much. It's going to help you out there as well. So if you're someone who wants more distance and you think you can get more, you absolutely can. This drill is going to help you. If you're someone who struggles with rotation going through the golf ball, this is going to help you massively. If you're someone who doesn't get their weight enough into the left side, maybe you struggle with some striking issues, this is going to help you. I can go on and on and on. I'm not going to. So let's get right into it here. So, okay. If you're one of those golfers, you are brilliant for this. Pretty much all of you can do this. So again, we want to get into that left arm parallel position. This is our starting point, left arm parallel. Now from here, this is the incredibly uncomfortable bit, and to warn you, you will absolutely hit the ball terrible when you start off doing this. You will do. It's a big learning curve, but the results are so good, you've got to persevere through it. So, left arm parallel. Now, shuffle. Really uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. And then after we shuffle, we can shuffle for however long we want, and then we, boom, hammer through that golf ball. So if you're someone trying to slow down your rhythm, might not be the best drill for you, but if you're someone who wants to isolate the move going through the ball, absolutely awesome. And it teaches you to generate that speed at the correct time through the ball, and almost feeling like it's post-impact speed also. So here we go, left arm parallel, shuffle, hammer through it. So here's the thing, I'm really trying to hammer through it. And just like you've seen with a few of my videos recently, talking about when to apply speed in the downswing, feeling like it's post-impact, that's a great place to feel the whip of this speed. Because if you can feel like you're fast here, that's going to keep you going. That's not something we talked about in the lesson, but for loads of you out there, you're too fast in transition. You getting it going that speed after the golf ball when your intent will be way better. So we go shuffle, here we go. Boom, there we go. So you don't need to obsess crazy on the strike. That one was pretty thin, but it's just getting you to move efficiently. The worse you are with this, starting off with, like I said, you're going to really struggle with it, start off with. The worse you are with it, start off with, the more you need to do it. If you can do this pretty easily, starting off with, maybe it's a drill that you don't need to do overly too much or not too long. So it's not going to be the biggest benefit. A lot of golfers fall into the trap of, if a drill's too hard to do when they start off with, they think it's no good for them. It's completely opposite. If a drill's really difficult to do, then you've got to absolutely do it. I mean, I was really from there, my first few ones with doing the drill weren't great in the lesson, but we quickly got in there. Shuffle, hammer hard through, boom. Close nice distances. And this thing, I would really recommend you tracking the distance with something like I'm doing here with my Flight Scope Mevo Plus. You can use any type of distance tracking measurement thing and really go for the distance portion, because it's going to be absolutely one that will take a little bit of time to hone in, getting everything nice and tight in dispersion, but you'll be able to see from distance how well you're doing. The higher the distance, the better you're doing with applying that good force going through there, getting that body priming, getting that body moving. So how I would recommend this in the practice structure part, I would recommend for you to hit roughly around 7 balls doing the drill. So let's say, even though I've got 1 ball here, let's say this is my 7th ball. So I've done 7 balls, this is my 7th one doing the drill. Boom, oh, that was a good strike. And then we do our next 3, just making sure we're replicating as well as we can with the golf ball, just absorbing those feels, doing some swings, filming your swing. You've got to film your swing, guys, when you do this, to see if you're getting the right position, because feel is not real. You feeling something is not good enough to be able to draw conclusions and some feedback. You need to video yourself. So again, normal swings, that felt way whippier going through the golf ball. And then do that and repeat the process for all of your 100 balls if you're hitting 100 balls in your practice session. Doing it in a net would be great, doing it on the range would be great, doing it in a simulator would be great. Just make sure you're doing it a lot. So the little addition I made when I was practicing was tailored to my side bend issue. So my overly excessive early side bend, to where I grabbed my swing plate, absolutely awesome training aid with extension pole attachment, and I just had it just outside the right hand side of my head there. So even though the drill gets me in good posture moving through the golf ball, it eliminates that movement. I just wanted something there for my own peace of mind, that I knew if I would have too much side bend on a swing, I'm going to hit it. Absolutely awesome. This is great for so many issues. It actually helped me get my pressure left a little bit more as well. So again, there we go. So really helped big time. You can work on with this for absolutely anything you want really in the golf swing. So if you want to pick up one of these, there's a link in the description for 10% off with a good discount code. So this is how I went and changed it just a little bit, tailored it to myself. So like I say, pick the drills that is suitable for you. Like if this drill is suitable for you, this will be for tons of golfers. Hammer home this drill and really hone in on it. Don't go changing from drill to drill. Pick one and then go about practicing it a ton. Months and months it's going to take. Yes, months and months, but you're going to gradually get better along the way. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction, just like that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.